Smart Chiropractor Show Strategic Marketing segment. Our strategic marketing segment is devoted to strategic marketing. This is a chance to talk about and showcase action steps that you can take in your practice to better market, to better communicate, and to better connect with more people in your community. Our title for today are the 4 keys to creating a subject line that skyrockets your open rates. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege and pleasure to head out to Las Vegas with Jason and provide a presentation to many docs at Parker Vegas. And this was part of that talk. And it's an important component when we talk about email. It all starts with, we could start with a few different things, but one of the most critical aspects of it are your subject lines. And there's 4 keys that I've identified. We at the Smart Chiropractor sent last year 6 million emails on behalf of our members, well over 1 million ourselves. And Jason and I are, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think, probably over 250 million total emails over the last 10 years between the two of us. So we've learned a thing or two throughout the scar tissue that we've developed as a result of sending all of those emails. Number one, that not the scar tissue side, but it has been exceptionally impactful, beneficial, and really given us the platform and ability to do what we do today. But we've made some missteps along the way. We're constantly learning and refining. We'd like to help you avoid some of those missteps. And there are 4 keys to creating a really high quality subject line that enables more people to open that email. If they don't get the content, if they're not opening that email, they can't take action. You're not going to have the opportunity to teach, and you can't invite unless they start to learn. So how do you craft a great subject line? 4 key items. I'll hit them quickly. I'll go into a little bit more detail on all 4. Then, Jason, I'd love to know your thoughts. Number 1 is keeping your subject line short. This is not the time to write the next great American novel. If you pull out your phone, you probably realize when you go to your email box, there's 8 to 10 words, and then it cuts off. And that's a really important piece of real estate, meaning if you save all the good stuff, don't bury the lead, as they would say in the newspaper industry. You want to ensure that right up front, your subject line is short, it is sweet, and very quickly you get to what we'll talk about in a moment, which are the benefits and what can be expected by opening the email. So keep things short. Don't go a paragraph or 2. The person will never see it, and you're going to plummet your open rates because the subject line, if it's compelling, will lead to higher open rates. If your subject line is confusing, it's going to lead to lower open rates. You need to have that email open so that you have the opportunity to teach and invite. Number 2 is your sender address. You do not want an email coming from you or your practice from johnnypants47@gmail.com. You want to have it be something Jeff@thesmartchiropractor.com, Dr. Jason at me.com, whatever it might be in your practice and with your account. Keep it on brand to ideally your practice URL or your practice website. So if I was langmaidchiropractic.com, I'd ideally want to have Jeff at Langmaid Chiropractic or Dr. Jeff at langmaidchiropractic.com. In the event of the Smart Chiropractor, we have Jeff at thesmartchiropractor.com, Jason at thesmartchiropractor.com. So your sender address should be clear and it should tie to your URL. That's going to help your deliverability. Number 3 is an action verb. I love putting the word discover in a subject line because, as we talked about with keeping it short, it stimulates interest. And when somebody is discovering how to find relief, discovering how they can improve their performance, it starts to become compelling very quickly. So an action word is a great thing to put in your subject line. Discover is a great one. And the 4th component of that is personalization. I almost jumped the line with this one. So it's fantastic when you can use what's referred to as a merge field. That means if you've collected somebody's first name, last name, and email, in your subject line, you can do first name, discover how to improve your athletic performance today. I'm making that up, but that could be Jeff. Now, if I'm Jeff and I'm receiving that, that's personalization. That is going to drive, again, increased open rates because now it seems like you're speaking to me, not everybody. Here's the beauty of automated email tools. They can take care of a lot of this for you. You don't have to type in the first name of each individual. You can use what's called a merge field. That enables your system, as we have in Chiro emails with the Smart Chiropractor, automatically does this, inserts that first name wherever we'd like, last name, whatever we'd like, and delivers those personalized emails. Of course, the consistency component of this becomes critically important at a campaign level, but today I just wanted to focus on those subject lines. So if you are struggling with your open rates. If you don't feel like your open rates are really performing very well, take a look at your subject line. It's really the lead, the headline. It is what is bringing the story to your recipient. So keep it short. Have a nice sender address that is appropriate and URL driven for your practice website. Have an action-oriented verb. I love discover, and keep it personalized. Those are your tips for today to skyrocket your open rates via email. Jason, we've been doing this a long time with the Smart Chiropractor. We've been involved in email. What do you think of that? And what's maybe an additional point or two that you'd highlight as we talk about open rates, subject lines, and emails?
Yeah, I love what you said. I'm actually taking some notes and dusting off some cobwebs of some of the things I learned long ago that I'm glad you reminded me about. Listen, the word discover, or your version of whatever word appeals to you, is a great one because it also transitions from what you want to probably say, which is buy now, special offer, get this. And, one of the main things I think that hopefully you're getting from the culture of what we're bringing to the profession is that you want to put yourself in the point of view of the receiver. One of my closest friends, marketing expert, always says communication is a listener's phenomenon. And what that means is that it's not about what you say as much as it's about what they hear. And what you've said is gold, Jeff. The goal of the subject line is not to teach them everything. The goal of the subject line is to get them to do one simple thing, and that's open the email. So what do they need to hear? Not what do you want to say? What do they need to hear? What do they need to read in this case in order to go, well, that's interesting. That would be interesting for me. Not, oh, wow, look, he's got another special offer. She's got another discount. They're having another patient appreciation day, which we all know is a disguise for we need more new patients. It's teaching and inviting consistently. It's bringing that consistency to your email program. Of course, if you want this done basically for you, that's what we do at the Smart Chiropractor with Chiro emails, as Jeff said. We've got a full service email system that helps you understand how to do broadcast emails, how to do autoresponder emails. Those are two different types of emails. If you don't know the difference, you want to keep watching and learning what we're talking about, because those are two huge opportunities most chiropractors are not even understanding, let alone doing, in order to make sure that you are staying consistent and connected with your health tribe. That's your digital following. So stay consistent. What do people need to hear in order to go, that's interesting, click, and don't be a clickbait artist. That is the extreme. The concept is right. The application is wrong. But what do you need to say in order to be able to inspire people to authentically want to learn more from you? And the consistency key here, staying consistent with teaching consistently will help you build an audience. So in the future, when they see an email coming from you, they'll know it's not just another discount. It's not just another ad or sales attempt. It's something that authentically wants to teach them something valuable. That is how we've designed the Chiro Emails Weekly Research That Matters newsletter. And we'll talk about those in future episodes. If you can find one, if you want to learn more, see if you can find one and see how we break down the body of the email, which is another topic. If you don't get the subject line right, they don't click into the body. It doesn't matter what you've got in there. You could say, click here for free cash right here. But if they never opened it, it doesn't matter. So understand what does what. That's part of learning how this whole system works. Don't tell me I'm too busy, I'm not interested, I don't care, that my staff is handling all of that. These are basics in today's technology-driven world. I don't care what kind of business you're in. You can't be too busy to understand. This is the equivalent of how you dial the telephone in years past. You can't be too busy to do that. You can't be too busy to go, well, how do I answer that ringing box? You've got to be aware of how these basic, simple tools, and email is one of those, like your phone. It is the powerhouse of your communication with your current clients, with your inactives that you should be staying in touch with to reactivate on a regular basis, with the list of people hopefully you're building by having the right widgets on your website so that if they don't call now on your website, they've got an option to not just leave. These are the strategies. Today it's subject line, but it fits within the bigger, broader understanding that your email list might just be, Jeff talks about this also. This may sound crazy to some of you. We're going to say it again. Your email list might just be the most valuable asset you own. And we mean financially. If you know what to do with it, how to use it, where to find the value, it is a mine. You've got it's a gold mine. You got to know how to mine it. You've got to know how to use it right, how to not abuse it, and make sure you not just get the results, but getting results is a byproduct of doing the right thing. Learn how to do subject lines and you are well on your way.
Email is a critical component, Jason. We're going to continue to dive into the nuance and intricacies in email amongst our subsequent episodes. But dial in those subject line docs. If you have questions, you can comment down below or shoot us a message. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.